going on there, guys? My name is Matt, or Chewy, as most of you will know me as, and welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Simulator video. Today we find ourselves down on the ground in the Icon A5, which is a really interesting little aircraft, and we're down at another one of the handcrafted airports within the simulator at Gibraltar LXGB, and we've got the Gibraltar Rock behind us there. And so I thought we'd do a little bit of a sightseeing tour, having a look at the airport itself, at the Gibraltar Rock, the area surrounding the airport with the lovely night lighting, and then I thought for a little bit of fun we'd try to land this aircraft on the water at night, which in low visibility conditions with the light might make it a little bit interesting. We'll see. So here we are down on the ground. As I said, this is one of the handcrafted airports that we've got in the simulator. If I can try and go to an outside view, there we go. And it looks really, really nice. This is one of my favorite of the handcrafted airports in the sim, and you can tell that Microsoft have done a good job with the surrounding area as well, with the rock face in the back. And I think this is the first video that I've done at night time as well. And just look at the crazy detail of the sky, the absolutely stunning colors that we've got here. Oh, hi, Gary. The stunning colors with all of the sky, all of the stars and everything as well. It truly is a phenomenal sight to behold, and the dynamic lighting of the airport and everything as well is just absolutely stunning. I love the way the light reflects off the aircraft. So let's go and get this beautiful little plane started up. Can you call it a plane? I don't even know if you can. It's got a really simplistic, almost car like cockpit to it, and I really like this aircraft because when I went to go and visit Seattle last September for the global preview event for the sim, we'll just open the fuel shutoff valve there we go. This aircraft was actually parked out on the apron outside, and I had no idea what it was all about, but it was a really fun little aircraft to just look into. So it's nice that it's included in the sim. I'll pop a picture of it in the video. Right, let's see if I can get things started up. There we go. Let's add a little bit more sound on my end so I can hear things okay. Cool. Right, how are we doing? We'll just bring that RPM back a little bit, as we've gone a little bit crazy there on the RPM. And then we'll bring the brightness back on the, bring the brightness up even on the displays. There you can go. You can see we've got LXGB on the map. And one cool thing about this aircraft is that you can, as you can see, you can move your mouse around to scroll around or center it on the aircraft, change the zoom, and then obviously you've got the map styled, nearest airports, direct to flight plans, all of that stuff as well there, which we're not going to touch today. All right, I should probably put a strobe and a nav light on, and I'll pop the flaps down to 15 degrees for departure today. And then I wonder if I zoom all the way in on the airport. Ah, yeah, that's nice there. Look, we can see an awesome little plan view of the apron and the runway numbers. That's really cool. We'll pop the taxi light on, so that we've got some lighting ahead of us, and then the goal here is to try and not hit Gary as we taxi out. So we'll release the parking brakes, and then we'll swing the aircraft to the left. Luckily this one's got a nice tight turning circle, I think. It should be alright, hopefully. Just looks beautiful. You can already see the colours in the sky have slightly changed from when I first started recording the video. Oh, that was a close call, but there we are. Right, Gary has survived for another day. Brilliant. And yeah, this aircraft is just great because, I mean, it's got a very unique design to it, as you can obviously tell with the looks on the outside and on the inside of the aircraft. It's a nippy little thing as well. It doesn't hold back on speed on the ground, in the air, and, as you'll find out in a bit, in water as well. And it's just good fun all around. It's very easy to start up. It's got everything that you need right in front of you, and easy to read dials. And yeah, oops, sorry. I don't know what's going on with my end key. I think my end key on my keyboard is on its way out, which is why the view stutter like that. So I do apologise. Right, here we are. We'll depart on runway 27. Look at the night lighting. Just looks stunning. Beautiful. Okay, right. We'll put the landing lights on as well now, just that we've got full lights on the aircraft. And you can see everything going on in front of us. I feel like this is a car. Like, it's just weird that this is an aircraft. It doesn't make sense to me. Right, are we stuck? We don't seem to want to be moving forward. Oh, okay, there we go. Right, full power. Hey, look at the view that we've now got on the navigation display. How cool is that? That's automatically selected. I've not done that myself. Right, so length of the runway, and then we're just going to whack the power up to the top of the green bar here, about 5,500 revs. Let's go and see what the view over Gibraltar looks like. Here we go. There we go, that's full throttle for me. Airspeed's now alive and rising very, very quickly, so slowly rotate the joystick, and there we go, we're airborne. Can't take the gear up in this aircraft. Just joking, of course we can. We're landing on water in a little bit, so we'll take the gear up, and then we'll retract the flaps as well to 0 degrees. And I'll just try and trim the aircraft so that we can keep our nice rate of climb here. And we'll bring the power back slightly just so that our RPM doesn't go into the yellow band or any further. Airspeed already at 70 knots, so as I say, this thing's nippy. I think the night lighting in this sim is one of my favourite elements to it. It's not something that I've shown off in a video yet, but it's just, the night lighting, like, there's just nothing. It doesn't need anything to it. It's perfect as it is. I don't feel like we need any add-ons for the night lighting in the sim. It's just exactly where it should be, I feel. I don't know, does that make any sense to anybody? Like the beautiful shimmers that you get here off the brighter lights on this building, and then all the little nuances, is that the right word I'm looking for? Probably not. All the different styles of night lighting, all the different colours, the different buildings lit in different ways, which just kind of gives the scenery scape more scale to it. And of course the colours of the sky with the previously mentioned stars as well, it just adds to the whole effect. It really does. It really does. Right, I'll tell you what, let's go back into a view over here, and let's just watch that speed and that RPM as well. And we'll bring the aircraft round to the right. Look at that. I know it's only a small area, and you know, cityscapes like London City are probably a lot more breathtaking, but even in a small little area like this, it's still a view to behold. And you know, and you can see the outskirts of the airport. You can see the rock face and the streets lining over the other side there of it. And if you can look closely, you might even be able to make out the really bright white sport lights there of an athletics field, it looks like, down at the bottom there. I think there's some really famous videos that I've seen on Facebook and on YouTube of people recording aircraft departing Gibraltar whilst there's a sporting event happening here. And you know, again, I know it's a really tiny little thing, but I love how we've got these different shades of oranges and of course the blues here for the airport, and then we've got the bright kind of LED style lighting over the sports field. It's the kind of thing that you may not consciously notice on first look, but it just makes all the difference, and it helps make the sim feel alive. You can see all the ground vehicles here at the airport, somebody doing a runway inspection by the looks of things. So we'll circle around the Rock of Gibraltar, the Gibraltar Rock, whatever it's called. It might have a very specific name. I haven't done my geography homework to find out in advance though. But again, like the light rays emitting here on the rock face, look at that down the bottom there. It's just phenomenal, it truly is. I'm really looking forward to flying to this airport on live stream. Oh, I've just realised I'm way too fast and not paying attention to my RPM whatsoever again, so my speed's rather fast, and I think I need to trim the aircraft a little bit more as well. Got quite a lot of nose up trim there, so let's just try and bring that back so we can like hold a nice steady level of flight. There we go, RPM's back as well, and the speed's coming back into the green bar, so that's all looking good. Let's go outside the aircraft. She sounds so pathetic in this view. That's I don't mean that in a mean way, but the aircraft does. Like, the engine just sounds so tired and old, but obviously it's not. It's quite a revolutionary aircraft, I think. It's like you can even see inside people's homes. It's like I can even see like the television sets, things flashing inside. It's just crazy. It truly is. I hope it's coming across on camera and looking as good to you as it does to me. One thing that I would like to see is maybe the cruise ship here lit up. Can you see there's a big cruise ship here in the harbour? I think that would look really cool if that was lit up as well. And again, I know I've mentioned it before, but just the lights shimmering on the incredible water textures in this sim. Right, let's try and find a nice view. I'm not doing this. I've not set any custom views up or anything like that for this aircraft at the moment. I'm just kind of enjoying flying it and messing around like so. Now, I said that I was going to do a water landing, didn't I? And I said that I wanted to do it at night. Now, I think if I did it in this area here, with the colours of the sky still emitting that stunning deep orange colour, it would probably be cheating, wouldn't it? Because I could still see the ground. So, I mean, I don't want to cheat and get nasty people in the comment section telling me, oh, well, you didn't land at night, Chewie, because you could still see a bit of the water. So I think what we'll do, that's the exact voice that they do it in, by the way, if you weren't aware. I think what we'll do is we'll do another 180-degree turn. And then we'll go and land the aircraft back in the direction that we've just came from. Actually, I'll tell you what we can do. I'll come up with a very bad but hopefully an interesting idea. We'll try and land it and get near this cruise ship, shall we? I'm not too sure if there's like a harbour wall that's in the way. No, it looks like we can get through. So maybe if we can land it around here and then go and have a look at the cruise ship and then we'll take off again. This could go horribly wrong. Okay, right. First things first, let's go and get some power back so that we can reduce our speed and drop the flaps. Flap limit on this aircraft, as you can see, is 75 knots with the white line there on our airspeed display. So I've brought the throttles all the way back to idle now. And we're still descending at about 2.5 degrees there, so I'll bring the nose up slightly and then we'll start to make the turn and I'll retract full flaps. This feels so weird not putting my landing gear down. I'm going to add in some speed now just because we popped the flaps down, so that's obviously added a lot of drag. This thing picks up speed again really nicely. Even though I whacked in a lot of power there and was expecting the airspeed to only rise a bit. I suppose it's probably because I've got about 3.5, 4 degrees of nose down as well. Okay, we'll swing this round. Keep swinging it round. Keep swinging it round. There they are. Right. There's a gap there. That's where we're aiming for. I don't know if you guys can see it, but right in the middle, that's where we're aiming for. Now, yes, I can see a little bit of light shimmering on the water, but this is my first ever water landing. So let me off in the comment sections. Be nice to me. I'm still landing in water at night. Oh my gosh, it's holy crap. The water's come to greet me way quicker than I thought it would. Let's idle back the throttles now. Oh god, I don't like this. I don't like this. This feels so unnatural. It's unreal. I'm not a boat. I'm a plane. I guess I'm a boat plane. Ooh. Oh bloody hell! There we are. We're down. Oh my god. That is terrifying. Even though I could see the water, that was still terrifying. Well, there we go. Just like that. My first ever water landing. Look at the way the nav lights and the landing lights illuminate the water. That is so sick. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Boat Simulator 2020. Yeah, this is eerie with the lights all off on these cruise ships, doesn't it? It is really eerie, but really cool at the same time. Right, what we'll do is we'll go and take it into this little harbour area here, I think, which I'm probably not allowed to go anywhere near. Oh, let's not take a wing off. That was awfully close. Look at that beautiful cityscape. I know I said the word earlier, but it just looks alive, doesn't it? It just looks alive. Right, and then I'm not too sure whether we're supposed to use any flap on takeoff here. I'll keep it 15 degrees. We're still going at a rate of knots here. We're still at like 35 knots. Right, let's try and swing it around. Obviously, there's absolutely no point me putting my feet on the brake pedals because they're not going to do a thing. And we'll spin ourselves all the way back round again. And see if we can get airborne nice and quickly. Love the sounds in this. Maybe not the outside view sounds. Right, we've done our first water landing at night. Let's do our first water landing, first water takeoff at night. Okay, airspeed's alive and rising. That's always a good sign. We're in the green band already, so hopefully, oh god, rotate. There we go. We're up. We're up. Flaps up. Woo. This aircraft is so much fun. This is going to be great as an aircraft to go and take to some really crazy places where there's not an airport. That's where I'm looking forward to flying this thing. Right, well, I guess we should go and put ourselves back on terra firma, shouldn't we? So I've sped up the aircraft, but we'll bring back the throttles once again. And then we'll bring all the flap out once again. And I'll just watch our RPM so that it doesn't speed doesn't ride too low. And then we'll go and swing round to the right and see if we can spot the airport, which hopefully shouldn't be too far away. Ah, talk of the devil, and there she is. So it's showing 4 whites on the PAPI lights. That means we're too high. There's 1 red light, so we're coming back in on that glide slope now. Drop that RPM again. There we go, 2 white, 2 red, so we'll not go too crazy with that angle of attack now. And don't forget, drop the gear this time. I almost forgot. I'm going to get used to landing this thing without landing gear down. Okay, here we go. No idea what speed we're approaching at, but it seems quite stable at the moment at about 60 knots. Not happy with the trim right now, so I'm trimming those up quite heavily on my joystick. There you go. I can just about see the runway numbers. Speed's coming back through 55 knots now. Everything's looking good. That will idle the throttles. And gently pop it down. There we are. Get that nose down as well. And there we go. Back on terra firma. Oh, that looks so cool. I've spent a lot of time talking about the athletics pitch and everything, but there's my first close-up of it. That looks really sick. I'm really glad they included that with the airport. Well, there we go, folks. My first look at the Icon A5 aircraft. My first look on a video at the Gibraltar handcrafted airport. My first ever water landing. My first ever water takeoff as well. And good fun had. And this is the great thing about this simulator is that, yes, as much as everybody's excited to get third-party add-ons in and to try and get this sim up to the expectations that they've currently got with Prepared and X-Plane 11 and do things as realistically as possible and do everything by the book. It's fun just to get in a small little aircraft like this and, well, as my mum would say, prat about. And just be a little bit silly every now and again. Silliness is allowed in flight simulation, guys. I don't know if some of you know that. I sometimes get the impression that some people don't know that. But silliness is allowed. Laughing doesn't do anybody any harm. As long as it's in the right context, obviously. Right, well, here we are, back on a stand that this type of aircraft definitely wouldn't park on, but do I care? No, I do not. That was good fun. I really enjoyed that. Right, we'll set the parking brake. And then I think I can just move this back to the off position. Oh, that sounded abrupt, didn't it? And I'll take the fuel cut off and shut that off as well. And then the rest of the lights can go off as well. And I think that's it. There we are, safely back down on the ground. I hope you enjoyed that funny little video there, guys. We are not long away now from the public release of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Let me know if you're excited to give this beautiful little aircraft a go, and let me know if you're going to visit Gibraltar as well in the sim. I'm looking forward to reading your comments. If you did like the video, please leave a like as well. And if you want to see more Microsoft Flight Simulator content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much for watching the video, guys. See you again soon.